Hello everybody, it's Niklas and welcome to this new video. And in this video I'm going to introduce Shapr 3D. Shapr 3D, what is this? It is a software, it is at the same time online tools that you can use to create 3D models. It is a very interesting tool, very ergonomic tools. You can work on tablet, but you can work also on a desktop directly on a laptop. And in this video, I'm going to introduce yourself this software. First things to do, you have a free version, but when you use the free version, you won't have all the features. You have all the main features, but you won't have all the features. And with the free version, you can work only with 2 designs. So if you want to create more design, save more 3D models, you will have to use a paid version. So this is the first things to know. If you like my channel, subscribe to my you can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like my work. And don't forget also, on the first link on the description, the complete course Shapr 3D is available. So if you want to learn more, you want to start to create your 3D models with these tools, the first link is the complete course is available on the first link on the description. In this course, I will work in the deskop version. So it means I won't use a tablet. I will work with the desktop version exactly like in this video, exactly like in this tutorial. So let's start. When you open Shapr 3D, first you have Discover, you can find Designs, and you can find Learn, just like that. To create a new design, you need to click here, and you just need to click New Design, or you can create a new design from these panels. Let's create a new design here. I can arrive to this panel. So for example, something that you won't have if you don't use a paid version, you won't have visualization, you won't have the possibility to create 2D drawings, but all the conception tools will be available. The first things to understand is the dashboard. So here you have undo, redo actions. Don't forget that at this area you can come back at any moment to your designs, and at any moment you can click on a design. Everything is directly saved online, just like this. Here you will have your construction tree. So each time when you add something, it will appear on this area, and you have undo, redo action. You can rename also your document. About the navigation, what's happened about the navigation? Here you have a cube like a lot of 3D modeling software, and thanks to that you can select a specific view directly from this cube. And if you go on the right here, you have just the settings panels. And on the settings panels, you have the navigation presets. And here you can select the navigation that you want. With the Shapr 3D default, it is definitely really good, but if you use something different like, I don't know, maybe Blender, Fusion 360, Onshape, SketchUp, anything like that, you can reuse one of these navigation. But the navigation default, not the classic, the default is very convenient because you can do everything with just middle button and right button on the mouse. And it means that if I drag and move my mouse wheel, middle button, I can zoom in, zoom out. If I go right click, I can turn around just like this. And if I click on my scroll wheel, I can drag and move like that. So how to start with this type of software? The first things to do, you have a grid. You can have the snapping options on this area. And you can also select different type of view when you click here. You need to start with a sketch. To create a sketch, you can use the sketch tools. And by default, the sketch will arrive on the view that you choose. So for example, by default, we'll have the top view, but if I click on front, I will create a sketch on the front view. In my example, I'm going to click on top, and I can start with a sketch on the top view. We have a system with different drawing tools, like a CAD software. It is a CAD software and at the same time 3D modeling software. And on the right, we have a constraint systems. If I click on one of these tools, for example, the line tool, I can create any line, for example, here, and I can enter some value. I can continue with another line. So you can create your 3D sketch on this area. Let's just create a first element. I'm going to click on my rectangle tool. You have different options of rectangle, center, diagonal, 3 point. I can click on center and start from my origin point and just start with 2 values. I can enter 40 millimeter by 60 millimeter. And after to do this work, I'm going to create, for example, a rectangle defined from center, for example, here. And let's apply 4 millimeter by 28. I have different other tools. I can, for example, create a circle. Maybe I can use my grid. Let's work with just 6 millimeter and create another element 6 millimeter like this. So I created my first sketch and I can use my navigation to drag and move like this. If I exit my sketch, exit sketching, you will have the possibility to create an extrusion. You have different tools here. When you click on tools, you have all these tools that you can use. These are all the perfect tools that you need for a CAD 3D modeling software. You have also the transformation tool. So after, for example, an extrusion, you can create some modification. And here you have add, you can create construction axis, you can create new construction plane, create a drawing from your element or add text. So let's click, if you click on one of these face, any face, you can create an extrusion. So it means I can click here and create my first extrusion, and I can enter a value like, for example, 10 millimeter, and I can validate, and I created this first element just like that. If I want to create something more on one of these face, I can click on this face, create a sketch, and automatically, as you can see, I will work directly on this face. And if I select my top view, let's create another element. It can be a big circle in the middle. I can snap, let's apply 14 millimeter. And I can finish my sketch, and I can click here and create another extrusion just like that. For example, with 20 millimeter. If I want to create a hole in the middle, I can click on this face, create a sketch, and automatically you arrive perfectly on the view. The ergonomic is really convenient. I think that we don't have, maybe it miss some little features in this software, but definitely it is a very ergonomic tools for sure. And I'm just using on Windows. If you use on tablet with a pen, it can be extremely convenient. But even if you use this on a desktop, on Windows or on Mac, it is also extremely convenient. I like to use just this software. I'm using Windows, and at the same time I'm using the desktop version. And something that you can do also is, for example, you click on one of these edge and directly you have a list of tools that you can use. And if I want to create, for example, a chamfer, or on the other direction a fillet, I can create a fillet. And this is a list of all the tools that you can use. You have a lot of different features that you can apply. After, if you use the transformation tool, each time you can, for example, select what you want, and after you can drag and move your element on a direction. You will be able also to create some rotation, make anything that you want. You will have also an option, visualization, available if you want to export your work with a pay version. And thanks to that, you have a better render. You can select an environment and you can select a material. This is a default environment, but you can select different type of environment. And with the materials option, you have a list of different materials. If I wanted to add metals, I can click on metals. And if I want, for example, like this type of metals, I can just drag and move just here. Or let's make something more basic like this one, or maybe like this one. but you have also multiple other options. It can be a plastic also, and I can drag and move a plastic features just like this. So the tool is convenient also if you want to add materials. It's not extremely difficult, but you have some different features to master first. And I can just come back just here and come back with my different tools. So we are going to stop here for this little introduction to Shapr 3D. Shapr 3D, I think it is an interesting tools. Great to start in CAD, 3D modeling software. It is intuitive, ergonomic, even if maybe the paid version I find little expensive for the features, but you can already make a lot of things with the free version also. If you like this video, subscribe, continue to follow me. You can also put like on the video. You want to train yourself, you want to learn Shapr 3D because, for example, you are a beginner in CAD software. First link on the description, my complete course. In this complete course, I will show you all the software. Everything is explained step by step. I show you all the transform tools, every tools with each time concrete example, and at the end of the course a lot of different trainings with creation of parts, creation of 3D models. First link on the description. For our next video on this channel. See you, ciao ciao.